Hi guys. All right, here we are, and we're in the bathroom that I have not finished painting that my son almost fucking died when he seen. And he said, Mom! 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 What did you do while I was gone at work? I said, I painted. He said, Mom, I came in and I looked and I just noticed it was different. It was green. Mom, do you even realize what Dad would say about this? We would get fired. I said, it's fucking awesome. That's hilarious that when your son come back, you fucking want to talk shit. But you know the thing about the problem with the boys that they fucking do the good job, and then they're like, you did a fucking terrible job. You're like, oh, dang it, that sucks. You're like, do you think maybe you're such a great job ass can fucking do it better than me? Oh, hell no. Not those ones. They only work for money, and they brag about how great of a job they do at work. But when they tell you that you suck, that's just where that ends. They just want to tell you that you suck balls, and they're not going to fix it for you. You need to watch out for it. I don't know if girls do this to you guys, but I did hear a comedian say, I didn't know this was true. Shame on them. About half the guys don't even fucking do this either anymore, so shame on you too. But she said, girls, you already know. You know, all of us like honestly hate hiking, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I love hiking, and I knew this one girl didn't like hiking, for real. She was like fucking way not a hiker, and I'm a big hiker. I'm one of those girls that fucking gets the Hitler fucking hill, and we're going all the way straight up, and like, I'm kind of ruthless. I feel really bad looking back on this. She had a baby and everything in a front carrier. I told her, bro, we're gonna hike hard, bitch. She's like, oh, it's fine. I said, are you sure? Because, I mean, you are carrying a fucking little kid, and we're going on a backpacking trip practically. She's like, it's fine. Yeah, right, dude. You know damn well that shit ain't fine. One time when I was on a hike with my son, I told him that we collected animal shit, and he believed it. So first, I've already put some eye cream on. Well, that's what we're doing in here without my clothes on, to be honest. I'm going to show you guys how I do my skincare. First, I do eye cream. Eye cream is really good for depuffing the eyes. It has just like caffeine, and it has things to just counteract any swelling, any dark circles, anything like that. I really like oils, like natural oils. I like to put them in my body sprays, or you can get, I put them in my lotions too, anything. They're just so good. But if you add it to your lotion, like different things like orange, for example, it counteracts nausea. And I'll just add it in with my lotions because it smells freaking good. Whenever you're near anybody, if you work in customer service, you can always just smell their skin. And anybody who smells nice and fresh and clean and citrusy, I just love it. Dude, they're at some of the natural grocery, I think it is Natural Grocers. They have this lotion that's made and have pure squeezed orange juice in it, and it's just amazing. This one's lemon and orange, so I like both of those. Those are very citrusy and very delicious. Orange actually counteracts nausea, so if you have a hangover, you can have some natural orange there. I didn't know that until like last month, so that's cool. I know that like lavender helps calm you, and eucalyptus helps open your airways and so on. And so each one does a different thing. If you're somebody who wants to work with your senses to feel better, it'll be through scents, and you'll figure out what each scent will do for you. So after I put my eye cream on, it just depends on how thick the product is, but the thinner the product, it needs to go on first. So it'll just layer up. You know, and it's surprisingly enough, you're actually not going to run into a problem where you have too much product. I am a beautician, and I never did all the product that they were always like, here, they'll give you like a box with like 5 things in it. I never was like, what the fuck, I don't need all that shit. I was like, have you seen a fucking food lotion? Or I'd be like, I need you to get rid of this zit. And then she'd always say, there's nothing I can really do. You just need to drink water and keep your fingers off of it. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking put my hands on you if you don't give me some fucking broken zit right now, bitch. But it's true. If you just leave it alone, it'll go away on its own. When your skin is not being cleaned every night, so when it's hot, it'll open up your pores. And it allows for like all that to open up. So tea tree is really good for fighting any zits. I always keep tea tree in here. Tea tree fights parasites as well. Like any lice, scabies, bed bugs, any type of parasite whatsoever. It actually does not like the smell of mint. So that's cool. I like to have just random shit in here. Here's a little chapstick. It actually looks really good. I think this one came from Ipsy. But it is a mask for your lips. I like rub the writing off a little bit, but it's really good. I like to get Ipsy if you guys don't have it. Ipsy is it's either 15 or 25 a month, and they send you like all these surprises. That's where I get all these little mini samples, and you either get 5 miniature samples or you get 5 full price samples. So that's really fun. It's really fun because you can pick all your favorite brands. This is another eye just repair cream. 80% of our aging and wrinkles comes from the sun rays. So that's kind of crazy. Make sure you put your eye creams on, and then we're going to now need a face lotion. But this one has an SPF in it. You do need SPF 30 or higher if you want it to fight off the sun rays. If you would wear SPF 30 or higher with a hat and some kind of coverage, you would actually look at least 50 to 80% younger. It's crazy. Freckles, if you don't know, are activated by the sunshine. And if you have freckles and you don't want them, you can actually put sunblock on in the summer and it won't give you freckles. I'm a little red. My mom's red hair and my dad has dark hair, so it gets pretty reddish in the summer. And I get freckles. I get those little red hairs and freckles in bed. I noticed that when I wear sunblock or anything to block it off, I actually don't get freckles. And that's kind of crazy that they come and go, you know. So next, now that we have your face, you always want to do your face first. I didn't know you could actually, that they came and went. That's kind of crazy. Now that you have your face done, you can do different things. A lot of people are going to the tanning salon to get tan. You can, but again, you get damage from that also. So a lot of people's skin ends up looking like leather over time, I've noticed. And you can still get the same effect out of your lotions, and then you get moisture too. So I'm going to just spray body spray. I don't like to touch anything with my hands until after I do my face, which we've already done there. You don't want to get the oily products from like all of your lotions or your hair stuff on your face, because then you will get a zit. I'm not religious to any product in particular. This one, my daughter grabbed some of these, a little bit of that. This one is the Amica. I remember when this came out in the salon. It was released and introduced to the salons clear back in like probably 16, 15. I seen it my first time in 17, but you'll know that, which I actually am not gonna lie, I kind of think it's smart. But anytime you see a product go out of the salon and on the shelf at Walmart, they obviously are being smarter. I think they don't like it in the salon because they say that person is no longer, maybe they worry that if you send it to a third-party agent, they could actually dilute the product, which you could. I mean, a lot of people do that. Like they cut it. Well, they do it with all the other stuff too that we sell, you know, whether it's pure goods, you know, that we shouldn't even be having. Or I've even seen it, people doing it lately. They've been doing it with the cartridges, with the oil pins. I've been seeing a lot of little places that have the whole setup and they're adding teensy bit of oil, and then the rest is all like actual like concentrate. So that's the concern. If it were me probably selling product, I would definitely probably put it in the stores as well. But just know that there is a little thing that goes with, if let's say you buy extensions and stuff with your products, and you buy like Remy extensions, but you bought them through a third-party agent like Amazon or anybody that sells that. Let's say if they were to cut the product and give you like, because you know a lot of the girls, they want human hair, and they're really expensive too. I've seen some girls get only a teensy bit of real hair, and the rest was all fake hair. But if it's a third-party agent, you no longer get any type of refund or warranty on the product. So there's little things like that you want to watch for. I've never really felt like I bought a diluted product, but do just watch for that. The top 5, 10 ingredients that are on your bottle, it's pretty much the top 5. That's what your product will be made out of. Biotin is actually really unique. It is not the same as what you're going to find in stores. There is a product called Olaplex. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but Olaplex is what they use in the salons to try to keep that protein and that keratin in the hair color as they're breaking that out of your hair during the process. And just so you guys know, every time you put bleach on your hair, it breaks the bonds 50%. And every time you do color, 30%. So that's a lot. 2 times, your hair is done. It's already gonzo, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, that if your stylist is like, oh yeah, that's fine, we can do another round. Is it fine? Because if she doesn't know what she's doing, or he doesn't know what he's doing, which they usually don't care, and I can show you guys how to do all your shit at home. I don't pay for no services. I wouldn't mind having my nails done, just because I tried to do them here, and I am so ADHD, dude. I cannot even, dude. I cannot stay concentrated. I will go and have one nail done, and it looks like a fucking dinosaur claw or something. But I actually really do like to do nails. Some of you guys may try that sometime. You may go and see if, and if you guys ever need, you'd like to go to the supply store or anything, and you'd like to go see what people got in the supply stores for wholesale price, and you live near me, I'm happy to take you in there. And if you don't live near me, you can. I have a couple other ways that I get that done, but it's nice for you guys to be able to go in and just actually see how much everything costs at a wholesale price. And another little tip and trick is, if you ever see a new product being launched, I went on 39 free trips or something. I went on 39 trips at least, all over the place with bosses. And one of those particular trips, I was pretty tipsy, I'm not gonna lie, one night. And when I get tipsy, I do stuff that Tequila Terra only does. And I hit this fucking old boss up, right? I never worked with him before, but I remember him from my other boss. And so I tell him, I'm interested in learning more about your product line. I don't think I was. I think I actually was interested in going on a free trip. Not gonna lie. And my ass gets the free trip, dude. What do you know? Because you know what, honestly? People that want to sell, they are going to use you. And you, if, you're going to find, honestly, that you're going to be able to navigate your way around, especially business people, because they're fucking us over. And if you can actually figure out how to make them feel like you are there for that, you can get a lot of free trips, by the way, just so you know. I got to go to Florida, and I got to go to Vegas for that shit right there. I'm not gonna lie, when I was kind of tipsy, they were still going on and on about the damn shit, and I fucking stopped him and I told him, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't give a fuck about your product line. What the fuck? He said, well, thank you for letting me know that. But I actually do. I ended up learning about it and studying it, and it was amazing. It could possibly be, I don't know of another one, to be honest, off the top of my head that I think is better. It's called the Paul DiGrioli. He does, the Paul Joseph is what he does. And the reason why I'm telling you to get connected with these people is because they are launching a product, and that is the actual main dealer. So anytime you see any new product, like chemistry in general, is going to be a big deal for you guys. You are going to learn how to be connected to the source. You do not want to be middleman anymore. This goes with any type of sales ever. If you're the middleman, you're the little bitch who has to make the fucking sale and report back to the big dog. And sales in general is not something that really needs to be that big of a deal. It doesn't have to be that competitive. Stop fucking whining while I'm doing something, asshole. I'm putting my pants on. Get over here and give me a kiss, you fucking cute ass motherfucker. Where is it? She's so damn fucking, she's just like me. Yeah, I got these yesterday. Let me check them out. They're a little bit tall. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go out and act like that. This is how I need to show up for family Christmas dinners, because they already hate my guts anyway. I'm like, yeah. One time I showed up right after beauty school started, and everybody at beauty school, they go through this phase where somebody in class decides they know how to draw on eyebrows. No, they don't. But we believe them. So next thing you know, everybody's wearing these fucking black drawn on eyebrows. You already know the drill. We think they look good. I see some pictures. It's one of the most ugliest pictures I've ever seen in my fucking life. But I remember that trip home. My family was staring at me, and they were like, I don't really know. Let me see, sorry. I don't really know about that look. Let me see, drop it. Drop it now. And I remember specifically looking at them, and this is an odd thing that they actually don't even remind. I don't remember us even fighting that trip. We were actually ironically getting along, which is very rare. And they were actually, for the first time ever, staring at me with like a concerned face of a fashion that just was not fucking cute. Beauty school is fun, but I'll tell you, you guys can actually make money on the side just getting a business license by doing tons of things. If you want to do gel polish and make money, you can. You don't need a license for that. I don't know if they changed lashes or not. I think they may have, for the purpose of people's skin was getting allergic to the eyelash glue. And no shit, bro, they would fucking get done and their eyes were swollen shut. Hell no, that would be freaky. We can't wear that, bro, with this. But extensions you can do make money. You can do any type of updo bridals. You can focus on a lot of bridals and updos. You can make bank there. Sorry about this weird shape from the back, but there's a lot of money to be made, honestly, if you're somebody who likes fashion. If you're somebody who doesn't, if you're a stay-at-home mom or anything like that, you might be thinking, how do you make some extra money on the side? Doing any type of updos, anything like that, you're going to actually, you can do all that legally. You can't do chemical services, but you can say that people can tip you. So it's really about if you're smart and how you say things. If you guys want to make money at home on the side, so I feel like today we might be talking about just people that could be at home more than not, and you might be just feeling a little bit bored. I can teach you guys some cool stuff. I don't really color my hair that much, just because I don't like it to break my bonds. But it'd be good for you guys to have something to do, I feel like. Know that when you guys do color hair, you guys can do all that shit yourself and save yourself like $300-500 every time. Also, if any of you guys, if you're any type of journeyman or carpenter or anything like that, and you have bitches in your family that do beauty services, I'm happy to trade beauty services for your journeyman work. I like journeyman work more than I like beauty services and shit like that. So, I have several things that I want done. I want my deck. I need my deck started to be looked at. I need cement layers, and I need my driveway done. I want it leveled out. So there's tons of ways that you guys can actually be getting all your Christmas presents in order this year. I think you should start now. I was thinking about that already this morning, and I feel like if you guys were smart this year, you could just do trades with everybody instead of making yourself pay all that extra money. You don't need to do that. A lot of you guys have tasks and stuff that need to be completed or fixed, and they're very expensive. It is really hard to make all those ends meet. So you guys need to start working smarter, not harder. I'm gonna try hard. I want to wear them. I want to wear them. I'm like, I want to take these tights are so comfortable. And I don't have anything to wear with them. I'm like, take the tights off, Terry. You're not wearing them tights. You're like, in my head, I don't want to take them off. I'm like a little kid. When I was young, I used to not let any of my siblings have my clothes that I grew out of. I didn't trust them with them. You know what I mean? I used to be so mean. So some of you guys actually have some sibling stuff that I guess you could possibly say something and say sorry. You hear me? I guess you could possibly say sorry. So some of you are actually not really. What is the problem there? Why aren't we sorry? So we'll pull some cards and see what's going on. See what's going on with this energy around here. I like onesies. If you're somebody who likes to have your shirt tucked in and you like nice tight clothes, I just love onesies a lot. Well, I'm going to start reading off what I interact with people here, because I guess you know what you guys go through is more real than anything that we pull on those cards. That's just taking wild guesses. So today, this one right here, which is, I understand, depression, man. This person's feeling depression though, because they feel like they're not good enough for another person. Well, that's the reason why people are not getting relationships. You cannot feel like you're not good enough for someone and then expect love to be manifested your direction. You have to definitely feel complete, confident, whole, and so whenever somebody's saying stuff to you, just go through your troubleshooting questions. My first response was, when's the last time were you in a serious relationship, and what is your sign? Aries. That makes sense. So I did a read on Aries last night. Said single parent home, question mark. He's thinking, it's sort of like, is that my house? Or single parent home means, did you grow up in a single parent home? The reason I asked this with an Aries is because actually last night I just said that exact thing. I said I'd really like to see an Aries fall. Well, Aries have it a little tricky. Aries are owned usually by another depressed and angry fire sign or some other sign in general, but usually it's a parent. Usually one of the parents wasn't present in their life and they have negative opinions about that parent. I've heard every Aries I've ever met talk about a parent that they don't like and they are close to the other one. So if you ask me as an Aries, I would say that you need to heal from the fact that I think a lot of you wonder, honestly, at the end of the day, if you wasted your whole fucking life away so far believing this person who's talked shit about everybody, and more than likely you've just had your own experiences with this person now, and you realize that maybe they weren't fucking telling the truth about everybody that you abandoned and weren't a part of their life. Maybe you've spent your whole life just not being a part of everybody else's life because this person said they were bad or whatever. You know, Aries is a lot of times really controlled by an outside source. And that source does not have the best interest for Aries. They're using an Aries. So far I'm right on it. And he said yes, he did grow up in a single parent home. So I watch patterns for all signs, and I do psychology too. And Aries is the Emperor card, by the way. So I put that Aries reads Emperor. I said Aries struggles typically with wanting acceptance from another. I said typically someone abusive has molded their mindset to be narrow and judgmental. Go down. I said most Aries grow up feeling sad and torn about what side of the family to choose. Typically, an Aries is putting an ultimatum right from the get-go from the parent to think poorly about another parent. Is what happens, and that's not appropriate for the other parent to have ever done. No parent should ever be talking poorly about another parent to the child. So that puts Aries, who's an emperor, in a place of confusion right from the get-go. And that's not your alignment. You are the emperor. So if you're following, and you're supposed to be the emperor, which is not just a leader, it's the leader. You're the biggest earth leader. It's completely out of your alignment and out of your natural state to follow. That is not who you are, and that is actually what most Aries have ended up. All my Aries, I don't know a single Aries who actually is in control of their life right now. They are all kind of having some full-blown wake-up calls that they pretty much are sitting here waking up right now, however many years later. I don't know how old you are, but no matter what age, I see every one of my Aries full-blown, still very, they're angry. They got a lot of anger because Aries are a fire sign in general. And Aries is loyal, and they're beautiful. And so with your skills, like your skill is to uphold, things honorably. But it's an emperor doesn't hang out with a bunch of people. And so emperor has the beauty of a social person, and they have the love of somebody who you could normally see would be in gatherings, group settings. But an emperor or a CEO, unfortunately, is told specifically, you don't make friends with your employees, bro. And so that's just one great way to look at it. As an emperor, it is your duty to overlook everybody. And it may not be the funnest duty, but that's something that helps me with just knowing. I don't personally desire to hang out with people, but I ask myself, why don't you? And I think it's because we're leaders, so it works for me. I've never felt like I couldn't find love. I've always been lucky and had a lot of people take interest in me, but you guys are the best group of people I've ever had take interest in me in my life. I've been single now for 4 years now, and I like it. I'm ready to. I'm okay with dating again too. Either way's fine with me. But you never want to rush dating. If you are ever feeling like people don't want you, there's only two types of energies, and you're either an Eeyore energy or you're going to come up as I'm using this John Frieda friggin' heat protection, and I haven't used this shit since I was my kids were not even born yet, and I loved it yesterday. It was so soft, and it was so lightweight, and I remember this stuff from the store, just buying it. I can go to the supply stores too, but I'll tell you what, it's so weird going to the supply stores, because it's I'm not going to lie, so many of the stuff, in my opinion, doesn't work very well. I don't mind paying money if I need to, but it's hard to find good products. But Aries, you're probably having a full-blown, everybody else is going through a spiritual awakening right now, so I can imagine you are too, and if you're on track with everybody else awakening, you're supposed to be literally passing everybody up to be their ruler. So if you're somebody who's actually thinking that you want somebody to love you, which is totally fine. I would never say that nobody shouldn't feel like that, but there's a couple of problems there with that. You can't look for love. It's not part of the love recipe. Love recipe is synchronicity and authenticity. And my Aunt Barb, she's a CPS worker, she's a social worker, and so she's fucking badass. She's my favorite. She's fucking, she was the only one that's cool. She was like, hey, I'm gonna come up and fucking drink some Bloody Marys and do my hair. And then, you know, she kind of was like a little bit confusing for me one day because she talks so much shit about my grandma. And both my mom and grandma are named Karen, and they actually hate each other. It's weird because they're exactly the same. But for years, she sat there and fucking talked shit to me about her relationship with my grandma. And I was all understanding and shit. And then if I even have a bad day, she's like, oh, just, honestly, can't you fucking just, why don't you just accept that's the way that she could be? That's the way she is. And I was like, what the fuck, bitch? I never actually was friends with her after that, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll still say she's cool for the times I've shared. But, like, how the fuck do you sit there and fucking make somebody feel like you're on the same level, but then apparently when they're having a bad day and feel like they can actually go to you and tell them and fucking accept them for who they are. Do you even know why I'm even talking to you about this? But she did teach me one thing, and you know what, I'll tell you too, she straight left my Uncle Lonnie too. I seen him at the fucking lake drinking a beer on his tailgate, no shit, just like in the fucking movie, country song or something. But I didn't really know, my Aunt Barb doesn't really tell people a lot of shit, she'll just go MIA. But one day she was looking at me and she said, I know what your fucking problem is. She said, you don't fucking want love. You need it. And it was like one of those things that just hit me. And I looked up codependency. I'd heard it twice that year. And I'd look up codependency if I were you and just figure out. There was a few sayings that happened that year. There was a lot going on that year. I'd never been single either. The longest I'd ever been single was maybe a 9-month period. And I had to try really hard. So being single shouldn't be something that we have to try really hard to do. It should be, you'll learn actually now that I've done it. I love it. I'm fine with either way. I didn't end up sticking to one direction or the other. I just now actually, I have self-respect. I don't try to flirt. I don't flirt with any, I don't really remember ever having a problem so much flirting too much with anybody. But something that I noticed, because me and Edward broke up in 19, so at the beginning of 20, is when I accidentally came across an interview, and it was for a typing job, and it was actually ended up being for a porn editing position that I didn't know. But at that time, they planted a lot of ideas and seeds into my brain, and they asked me to apply for other jobs. I was asked to do everything you think of, from even laying down and freaking having my body painted like freaking Titanic or something. There's every type of little freaky thing that you can have offered to you. But one of the jobs that I do at work is focus on I do all the human resources, and I do all the nonprofit organizations, and I love focusing on human trafficking. And so I got lucky, I guess, there with the dating and the freaky shit and naturally being sexy. It's like, how do you blend confidence with being horny, being single, healing? How do you put all those together without doing it all the wrong way? My kids really help me too. My family will call the police on me, and then they'll sleep with my boyfriends too, so I'm not really sure if that's helpful or not, but, you know, at least I'm not with them. This one must have hit home for that guy, because you'll get pretty dead on. If you're somebody who feels like you're really good at giving advice, this is definitely calling for you. But yeah, Aries, you know, honestly, Aries, I'm not going to lie. as much as I want to say that you're being called into service to become an emperor or an empress at this time, it's going to take a lot of work for you, because if you knew what your cards represented, you would at least have some kind of foundation to set yourself up for success for. See, let me see. I have a couple areas that actually, one of them is hateful towards a Cancer. So I'm a Cancer. So this person is an angry fucking person. One of the angriest I've ever seen in my life. They're the same as my mom. My mom's fire sign too. She's a fucking Leo. Angry again. This other person's angry, but not all the Aries are angry. Some of them are sweet, but you're depressed as fuck because of that angry person. You're somebody who was very quiet, and you really, the whole time, like you were somebody who didn't want to get involved in the fights. You were somebody who really missed the other parent. You were somebody who chose a side because you were scared to make somebody mad. And a lot of times you guys do come from single family households. And that other parent should have never talked shit about the other parent. They should have never tried to keep you from that other parent. That other person told you so many fucked ass things from a negative mindset that when the whole time you were hearing it, you knew as an Aries, you're not like that. You are the emperor, which that is completely against your fucking nature. The Aries looks over empires. So what, you think that anybody would get an Aries position by fucking picking and choosing who they like? No. You have literally went against your entire fucking nature, and it was always, you knew. It was knowing. You knew that this person that you were following was cruel. You knew how many times you went to sleep at night, and you knew how many people suffered when you could have been, and we're always possibly the fucking one who was supposed to make that difference. You may have not realized how powerful you were, but you are the ruler. Nobody is above you except for me. I'm the High Priestess. There's still even Hierophant. Somebody's even above me. My birthday falls on exactly High Priestess. I'm a pure water sign. So you also need to know what are your rising and falling signs, because some of you guys could be, part emotional, part fiery, part earthly, and all of those are different things. The water signs are the ones that carry the cups and the love and the emotion. It's not saying that you guys don't have love, but we're very emotional. And that'd be your Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then you got your fire signs. You guys represent strength, and you guys fucking are fiery, and you guys like shit. It's your way or the highway, Sagittarius is a wild little buckaroo, and you guys still both, you're all kind of very stubborn, no matter what it is. Fire signs are very stubborn. Sagittarius don't have any hard time, I don't think, fucking getting laid. Aries, you guys are so committed to the fucking evil person that doesn't have anything going on for them. That person either could be in an unhealthy relationship and need your help, and you're sitting there taking care of parents that make you feel like you have to care for them. That's not true. That is not what you're supposed to do. You guys have spent your entire childhood. I know one of them, he sits there and works out on fishing vessels and sends all his money back to his dad and his dad's girlfriend, who gamble. And then the dude literally even sleeps on the couch just because he says they're hoarders. And I don't feel bad for that either, because that person does the same shit, bro. Like, that person needs foot surgery. He limps. The arch of the top of his foot is like arched. It's like literally arching. He's not going to be able to walk for many more years. It was already affecting him then. I was only his girlfriend for 6 months' time. And I'm the type of girlfriend as who I am. That's how you're going to notice the difference in leaders. Like, I refuse to take money from children. I never take money from kids. I don't care what it is. I will have you do some kind of work for me. I'm like super anti-money from kids because of the adults in my life that sat there and made kids work like slaves for them to sit on their ass and bitch. Typically, that's what an Aries does. You serve somebody like that. You serve somebody who straight fucking is a lazy, rude person. With respect, because I know how much you love this person, but this is a place where we can all be honest, and I know how you cry because I talk to Aries. You guys tell me what you really feel, and every time, you're such a beautiful person that that we respect you. And Aries tells you something with pure grace. And to be honest, I will say, Aries, you're upset because you really wanted the love from the person who disappointed you. Aries, the cool thing about Aries is that you guys are You're really good people. I can tell you with my Aries, I fucked up myself. The crappy thing about Aries is that you only get a couple chances. And Aries is so beautiful that usually you guys will mention it to somebody. You'll be like, I don't think this is going to work for me anymore. And that's that. You're done. They will say, hey, stop. Get your shit away from my fucking outfit, dickweed. Um, yeah, you're smoking hot. It says, yeah, pre-Empress. You are pre, and you're very attractive. You're somebody who needs to go get a nice paying job. You could be a doctor. You could be some kind of insurance agent. You could end up working for the legal department. You may end up working for the police department. Like Aries, you are a leader. You need to know that the best thing, you are the one who's going to make these best decisions for all the people in your life. So to walk on eggshells around someone who's making you feel uncomfortable is not Emperor-like. You're being asked if you really want to be an Aries or not. So I want to look up really quick. I want to see what your yeah, I would definitely say that an Aries fan, I'm looking at OnlyFans. An Aries problem is probably they're just waking up to this point where they're realizing they fucking are feeling alone right now. And you're so sweet, Mom. I love you. You guys are so sweet. I love you so much. Yeah, I want to say, honestly, Aries, you guys are being not only called into service, but you may have a little bit of karma come in with. I don't want to scare you, but the reason why is because I've never not known an Aries to know that what they were dealing with was something they needed to get out of, and you stayed longer. All of us get karma for staying longer. It's not that you're in trouble. It's that God needs you to understand that because we delayed our shit, and he gave us that little heads up, like, hey, what do you think about this? And you're like, I think this is crazy. And he's like, I do too. What are we going to do about it? And you're like, I don't know, man. And then when you cry, you're like, oh, man, this is crazy. This person's treating me so bad. And he's like, I know. Like, it's killing my soul off, literally. What are we going to do about it? And then you're like, you just keep staying with them. And over time, as you have a spiritual death inside of you, you will definitely have to pay for that. You have to pay for that in a lot of ways. Like, religion's different. If you're somebody who's religious, you may feel like you're going to be sinning, so you have to correct that. And if you're somebody who feels like you're sinning because you follow a religion of somebody's preference, and it feels like it's against yourself or what you really believe, if it feels like it's difficult for you to even do or listen to, it's probably not for you. You're being nudged by the higher power to fucking be the boss. You're the boss. I don't know who you're following, but you need to look up their sign and know where they stand. You know, what is their sign? Some of you guys could be following and obsessed with even, like, Pisces, for example, means hangman. It can mean page of cups. And that doesn't mean that Pisces are just, that's not what they are valued at. But for, yeah, Pisces is definitely fits really well for a page of cups, because Pisces, for example, is the #1 biggest serial killer in the world, but Cancer is the one that gets caught. We're both water signs. So, and Scorpio too, we're freaking crazy. And it just shows you right there that Page of Cups, Pisces, it's the biggest murderer but doesn't get caught. That would be a page. If you know what the Page of Cups looks like, he's giving somebody a drink of water and there's a fish in the cup. It's trickery. page of cups. Told you, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it doesn't matter if your hair is dry or wet, as long as you have that focuser on and a metal brush. Heat, metal straightens. Obviously, you guys see how crazy it is. I sit here sometimes for like an hour and then just keep blow drying. But the focuser is important. I know a lot of people don't use it. But when you blow out your hair, it opens up your cuticle and it makes it look frizzy. And when you blow down your hair, you close the cuticle. It makes it look shiny. Yeah, page of cups. So, and I do know a few Pisces that are dealing with an Aries. Actually, I know Aries that are dealing with a Pisces, actually. Meaning that Pisces are always usually going through something pretty deep. See what the next question is. So when you do apply for your car insurance, they run a background or a credit check on you. I didn't know that. I knew that they did a check on you to see how you drove, but yeah, they actually run a credit check on you now. You guys will need to download your Experian app. I tell you guys this all the time, but Experian is the best way to go about anything. It's amazing. It'll tell you in what order your bills are due, and it gives you the number, it gives you how much you owe, and it completely sets you up in an orderly pace how to nip problems in the bud. It's really important because you aren't going to do really anything if you don't have good credit. You need to understand that the world's just obviously getting so fucking expensive, and there's really no way that we're paying bills that much anymore very easily. My mom was so. I get so annoyed with this shit. Somebody's like going hard, hacking my shit. It's hard to say here. I was thinking it was my fucking creepy ass family or maybe an ex, but. Getting longer. It's crazy. If you guys are trying to date and you guys need help with that, I will be blunt with you, but I will tell you, I actually want to do a dating website thing, and I want to help people learn how to properly date. It was easy for me to figure out what I was doing wrong when I started to learn. Being codependent is a big thing with dating. You don't want to ever feel like you need to be with somebody. And for me, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I need to be with that person exactly. But I was scared because I was like, how are we supposed to pay the bills and shit, you know? when you are coming from a family system where my mom always say, it takes the whole village to raise a family. And I'm like, oh, fuck no, you know? My dad, everybody, they always be like, come on down, Terry, you know, the city's gonna get locked down for COVID, and, you know, we just don't want you to be trapped up there. So I didn't fucking get trapped down there. The fuck? Fuck you. I'm the one in my family that's fucking fine. But one thing that I thought from a young age was I'm gonna go out and make a love that I didn't see my parents have. I wasn't confused. I felt like I understood what happened, but I was still coming from a place of desire of, like, we all use something as an example is the issue. What example? You need to, like, start from scratch and create your own self without any examples. You need to understand that this world has been pretty fucked from the get-go. Like, literally, the very first thing that they decided to do with time after God gave them the earth was, the first thing they did was literally put clothes on, even though God said to fucking be naked. And all that God really did was say, here's some fruit, here's some animals, here's you tired of it. Like, he gave us reproductive. He said, here's food, here's the world. Basically, God said, just be natural, live in fucking, like, George of the jungle, and try to respect each other, knowing that, you know, if we hurt each other and we lie and we have a bunch of sex, that basically we're going to spread diseases and we're going to hurt each other's feelings. And we'll get into some feuds because people will have their feelings hurt because you violated their personal fucking bitch and shit like that. But basically, like, the basics of the world were pretty easy to understand. The 10 Commandments. Don't fucking steal. Why? Because somebody could fucking shoot you for coming on their property, obviously. You know, stealing actually has a lot more than just, like, theft that's an issue. But if everybody was doing what they were supposed to do with the world in the first place, they wouldn't have to steal. There was never supposed to be money. And then they make this book saying, oh, you know, like, oh, the government, you have to respect the government. Really? That's funny, because did God come down here and literally have a fucking day where he was signing autographs because he released his brand new fucking book? Shut the fuck up, bro. Everything that's in that fucking system, which probably you follow, it literally talks about how we shouldn't judge people, but literally they talk about how you can't be gay or you're going to hell. I can't tell you how many baby boomers are actually secret lesbians, and they want that so much, but they actually believe they're going to hell. But these people actually, I'm sure as you've noticed, everybody from the older generation was incest. They were literally all doing it with each other. They were so weird about it, they didn't even make it illegal until we as children fucking grew up and made complaints. And you guys can look at that shit. Though all of our elders let child porn and all that shit be fine until 83. 83 was when it became a fucking law. So I don't respect anybody of that fucking area. I don't respect it. Fuck you. They all sat there and let people get fucking sacrificed and punished, and you know, I've never had a problem, like, just feeling in my heart that something was just weird and controlling about the way that they treated everybody. Some people want to be obedient still to these types of people, you know, that's kind of what's been happening to you. You're not only the emperor, you not only felt like something was weird about how they were treating you or doing shit, but it was. Because the emperor has empathy for all. The emperor doesn't fucking meet anyone with the sword. The emperor overlooks all of the sword carriers and make sure that no one is in the reverse. So you actually ever allowing anyone as an Aries to fucking be talked shit about, to be put down, to cry, to hurt, to suffer, that was the ultimate pain for your heart that you probably had no idea was coming from just like your natural fucking existence. You are the ruler. You are expected naturally. You don't even have to put the word expected. You are a natural emperor or an empress, so it's completely against your nature. So that's interesting because Evans is actually an Aries baloney boobs. And I have always known she's very intelligent. But I have never once, and never would believe in my life, that it would be in her nature to be nice. I've never had a single memory of it. And she's even the type of person, she's very cruel. And I don't know, you know what I think? Probably an Aries wanted attention from either maybe possibly even a step-parent. Because her cruelty is She has direct cruelty towards children, and she'll tell all the kids that they are not their parent. Like if it's like not a biological parent to a biological child, she'll fucking actually go tell that kid, you are not that person's biological child. She's like weird like that, and like obviously you don't say that shit, and you know what's even done? She has her son with somebody who's not his biological dad, and he lives with that. He lives with one of her ex-boyfriends because he likes him. So who the fuck literally goes and tells other people that you're not somebody's biological child? For one, that's crazy. Yeah, I got lots of fire signs. Zeke's a Sag. My mom's fire, and my twins are fire. My baby daddy's fire. They're feisty little shits. I've never seen. It'd be cool to see you guys turn around and actually take leadership. I've never seen it though. You are a leader though. You just end up typically bossing around people that don't have anything to do with anything of success. You end up being in groups of people that honestly have drama. So try to remember that you are the leader. Am I interested in what? The fuck out of my face. Fucking blocked. No, interested in you. Block. The fuck is your issue? Bye. Fuck out of my face. Okay. Alright. The next step that you'll want to do, even before you actually are even becoming an emperor or anything, is that you'll know that you're in Page of Cups energy, which is in the upright, so that's good. You're at least coming up as positive. But Page is somebody who doesn't have the race in order yet. So you would still need to have a license, a car, a job, and a living arrangement that is actually fit for a quiet night as a couple. I would imagine that somebody who doesn't like where they live, if you're a roommate to somebody and you would be like, at any time, if they're like, oh, can we come over and make love? And you're like, oh man, I wish I could. It's just that I'm not allowed to have anybody here. That to me is not being where you need to be. It's almost where you need to be. But you need to know that if you want a lover, that's going to be one of the first things that comes up. They're going to want to spend some time with you at your house or vice versa. And that's always what happens is they'll say, I would, but I'm not allowed to have somebody there. So there's also another thing that comes right after that that's like a sneaky one that you wouldn't expect either, is people that, my last one was the first one that ever had his own place, I thought. Motherfucker, sure was an inheritance, baby. His mom and daddy paid for everything. So that's another issue. How ready are you to be in a relationship? You have to be very independent, self-sufficient, and capable of taking care of yourself. Just because you like want love doesn't mean that you can take care of somebody. If you're somebody who has anger issues like me, you would know that you would attack your partner possibly, and that they would not appreciate that. So you might want to work on those things first, so on. And you're just somebody who's being accountable right now for who you are and where you are at. And you're taking your time and you're realizing that the reason why you've lost relationships in the past is because you didn't do that. It's because you wanted something and maybe you were scared, how am I going to pay the rent? So you stayed longer. You get held accountable for that because as anyone, we have to have self-respect first. Yeah, it's been 4 years actually since I fucking ended up. See, then you're perfect. That's what I asked him. I said, do you have all your basics in order as far as living arrangements go? That a couple would have, 10 alone, job lessons. Good. All right, so the next step would be he passes he passes page. So I'm going to now go into the night mode because if you're in the night, you are somebody who the dilemma could be, I imagine it's depression for this person. So we need to now go back in and find out why his last few relationships ended. I'm going to say, why do you think? So hard to pick a word. I don't know if this person has kids, I forgot. I never hear anything about it.
Yeah, Soap Lake is right next door. I live over here in Cooley City.
Is it Cooley City? That's where my son's dad lives. Cooley City. I grew up in Soap Lake, Washington, tiny little friendly town. You guys need to know too that if you're in a town that's just not really working for you and doing the trick, it's time for you to get out. A lot of people say that you don't have to move to a different place to have different results, and that everything you need is where the fuck you're at and all this crap, and that's not the truth. I moved away suddenly, and I love it. I wasn't planning on staying up here, and I came up here actually handcuffed in the backseat of a cop car. Me and James were like fucking straight Bonnie and Clyde on this bitch, and we'd been fucking Romeo and Julieted. They banished us from hanging out with each other and in the city. Every time that we hung out together, James went to jail for 30 days. I don't know why we both didn't. I don't know if they dismissed that whole thing because we were both on the same DOC officer, but I guess we both got something similar balanced out because Jeremy always threw me in jail all the time, and I felt like he always gave James stipulation agreements. One time me and James, we hung out, we were not supposed to once again, And I had asked this resource agent for help with an apartment, and she got me into these fucking shelter things, but there was no rooms for the night, and so she had to get me into a hotel, and they specifically told me no James. Well, I obviously snuck him in, and I shit you not, bro. This fucking lady was there outside of the place. She was watching. She called my DOC officer, and I was asked to please come in. I wasn't asked with the police. It was a straight come the fuck in. I went to jail that day again, as usual. Well, I'll tell you too, like, if you don't go potty for them to do a UA, they will arrest you. And then by law, you wouldn't know, because they say that, like, refusing a UA or a diluted UA. She don't like Angie. I don't like Angie either. She's not a good woman. She's fucking weird. I'm sorry, but it's true. She literally is a lunatic. I thought she was like talking to me, we were having like a normal neighbor day. Because she's like waving at me from down here, and I'm like waving at her back. I'm thinking we're doing the white girl rave. And then I realize she's actually attacking me about 15 times now. She keeps saying that my dog is attacking her dog, and then she keeps pointing at a dog in her yard, and it's her own dog. It's happened twice now. So, and I've also seen her lift her own actual dog over the fence. She ripped her own fence down, drunk, with her hands, like a fucking lunatic. And I was doing a live, so I have it all on recording. And she's sitting there shredding her fence down like Mrs. Trunchbull. And she lifts her own dog over, and her dog came over here and fucking literally attacked Hazel. Hazel is straight fucking isn't even smart enough to just like growl now. She don't like the dog, bitch. And that whole time that Angie is releasing her pet over the fence she ripped down, she's actually calling the police saying that my dog's attacking her dog. Whoa. And then another time, someone like so many times, and then another, I didn't know what the fuck she was even, I'm like, literally weird shit. The first two times she was pointing at her dog down there, she was screaming, and so I had to like actually like focus on what she's saying, and she's like literally yelling, "My dog's a bitch," basically. Yeah, you think so, ho? Because I live on a hill, and I'm about to chuck your fucking ass with a rock right now. You fuck keep running your mouth, bitch. And literally, dude, she's done it so many times. And the other night, I was like, cook you dinner, get a knock at the door. Who fucking Trunchbull again? And she is drunk or something, and literally she's like fucking sitting there. She's humongous, dude. I don't know why all these barbarian women try to fuck with me, dude. Don't try, you'll lose the fight. I'll beat your butt. I've never lost. And literally everyone has been at least 200 pounds bigger than me. We small people, we like Jackie Chan up in this bitch. I would not fuck around and find out. And she's literally trying to sell shit to my dog again. My dog's a movie star, bitch. When is she not live? We can prove Hazel has an alibi. She's live she has probably the more videos than anything I've ever seen live. So I'm like telling her that she didn't do shit, and the bitch freaking literally keeps sitting there saying it. And she wrote on the website for the whole neighborhood watch program that my dog is vicious and needs to be put down because it attacks her dogs. She's like, my dogs, they might be hound dogs, and boy oh boy, do they bark. They're hound dogs. But that does not give anyone the right to let their dogs into my yard to attack those poor hound. That's what you do? You fucking weird bitch. Literally, dude. No, she's like one of those women that I think goes on these binges. And, that's cool. Let me see it. He's like, I moved over here last month. I don't know anybody. Well, you know what? I love my son's dad, and he is such a great person. What is this? What are you freaking? We're not doing that. You gotta clean one. That's dirty. What the fuck? You know what's good is when you are such a great partner to somebody that you can introduce men or women all over to your partners. And you know that they would say good things about you, and that you could recommend people all over the place and say, yeah, well, I know somebody down there. Go ahead and, hook up with this person, because a lot of people do want friends. They do want support systems, and I think that anybody who can speak highly of their exes is a big, wonderful, great person to have in your life, and it's key. you can't, you don't get to go with a new lover and have new love if you are talking poorly about an ex. If you're talking poorly about your history of your partners, then more than likely you feel like you still probably miss them. And there's probably also a chance that you were the one who maybe did something wrong. And it's not to make anybody be in trouble. It's for you to understand why things within you keep coming up to surface. You don't have things surface because you, for no reason. They're surfacing because it's either a calling from God and you need to move forward and do it, or it's a calling from God because you can't move forward because you haven't actually seen it for the right way yet. You will go back many times and see things from different points of view if you actually do the work. My mom, when I got pregnant with the twins and James, we were straight crazy. I told you, freaking riding around in police cars, going in and out of jail and shit. And we found out we were pregnant a few months in. Obviously, we were partying. I was worried. We were going to terminate the pregnancy. And I went to the doctor, found out there's twins. I was, dear sweet fucking Jesus, scared for my life. I told them to check again. Actually, they said, no, it's there. I said, check a fucking again. Nobody says that when they get pregnant. And I drove home on a Ford Zephyr that day. It was fucking, I had no fucking heater. So it was fogging up the windows. And I remember just the windshield wipers just trying to move back and forth and me rubbing I couldn't see. And I was driving an 83 Ford Zephyr, and I'll never forget that day. I was scared. I was like, what the fuck? I was going to law school. I was a straight A prep. I was a fucking athlete. And then I met James, and I just got into this whole different lifestyle, and we ended up getting pregnant. So we go from 1 to 3 real quick. I'm not going to keep the baby, blah, 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 blah. And I was scared that we were going to party, and, maybe it would be born unhealthy. But my mom, she's super against abortions, and she fought it. And she has the twins. She's the one who has custody of my twins. And for one, I can tell you that twins are Aries, actually. They're still wonderful, beautiful people. They never didn't love me, but I'm sure that they wonder every day, what was the reason for that. And I've never got to tell that story because my mother tells my stories for me, and so does my sister, their way. And when you have somebody around you that likes to tell stories of another person, especially of that depth, that's inappropriate, guys. When you're somebody who listens to another person telling you all about what another person did and why they did it, that should be a concern to you that you are not actually for sure. And this is going to happen through your whole life, whether you're at work and people are running their mouth and coming to you and saying, do you know what Stephanie did or whatnot? And then Aries is somebody who actually does get a lot of reports made to them, but you're the one who makes the determination overall because of your beautiful and loving heart. And that's actually what this guy just said. He said, I believe in love in general. I love love, like I love it so much, like I just love it. That's exactly what I said. And to be an emperor, you would have to love all people and have true empathy, understanding, and respect for everyone. You no longer look at people like they are who they are at the moment. You become an emperor or an empress because you are humbled. If you're somebody who went through a hard time and you came back out of it and you're all mad that you went through it, that's not being an emperor. That's either being a knight in the reverse or a king in the reverse or a queen in the reverse. So anything that you're negative, whenever you're negative, you're in reverse. That's not pure energy. That's why I know that book ain't real, because fear don't punish. Fear doesn't punish. We do not punish. God wouldn't punish you. It works for him. I actually live in Soap Lake, so that's like in between my mom's and here. I don't go down there much anymore. I haven't been down there Gosh, it's been a while. Every time I go down there, I get robbed and shit. No shit. Last time I seen my family, I fucking then nobody down there has a car. It's like literally I'm the only fucking one who has a job. And my mom has a truck, but my siblings all don't have a car. And when I was going down there all summer, I like to go to the lake and shit. And so I was actually having to have 2 car rides, you know, and I had a spare car. So I was fucking nice because I'm such a piece of shit that I'm so nice apparently. They talk so much shit about me and I'm actually fucking do so much for them. And literally, dude, I fucking went. Well, I gave my brother my car for free actually because I was nice. And he ended up robbing me really bad. Really bad, dude. He took all my shit, dude. Like, he took so many. It was about a $4,000 fucking total loss. And I hooked him up hella. I hooked him up with money. I mean, I love everybody so much. And so a day with me or a weekend with me could be even me just booking rooms, taking you to anywhere. Like, I plan so many vacations for them. I do so many wonderful things for them. And every time I do anything, that's exactly what they do. They, like, rob me. They totaled my car. And my mom helped my brother get all the stolen shit out of it and take it to his house, but then they left my vehicle in the road for 2 fucking days, actually. And it got towed. Now I have a fucking $3,000 bill. Nobody told me shit. They like to fucking honestly, like, literally watch me They try to do shit, obviously, fucking it's whack. Who the fuck sits there and runs and rushes over and helps them to get all their stolen property out and then fucking leaves my fucking car in the road? And that's just an example of literally, and I didn't even know what happened. I was just calling regularly because it was just like a regular day. And whenever I called, I would have done something like that. Literally some fuck whack shit. And then my mom would be like, I don't fucking know. Didn't you hear? He crashed it. And I'll be like, what do you mean he crashed it? I don't fucking know, Tara. It's not all about you. But you don't even fucking obviously care, like, fucking if he's okay. It's been 48 hours, he's clearly fucking okay. And it's not fucking, no, you're a bitch, literally, and you fucking are gonna fucking literally get served fucking by fucking my higher power. That's a fact. I am fucking done with her shit. Literally, dude, and she did the same fucking thing to me the other day, dude. They fucking sat there and told my fucking daughter to sit there and disrespect me. To fucking sit there and come down to that county. It's a 5-hour round trip from here. They don't fucking drive. They told her to skip school and straight fucking literally encouraged her to disrespect me. I could see what they were literally all messaging, dude, because I'm a fucking parent and I actually keep track of my kid. I watch them talk shit about me all the fucking time, dude, to my daughter. And literally, dude, unfortunately, my daughter, she's gonna be one of those girls that wants attention from fucking this shit. That's how it goes. If you fucking literally give them a positive life, they fucking want some shit they don't got. And no, I'm the only female so far in my whole fucking bloodline that actually broke free of not being a fucking scandalous ass bitch. And I don't fucking care if I be honest with the words that I put down. Literally, they did the same fucking thing. I fucking was obviously irritated. I told my daughter, you're not going down, you have school, and honestly, like, they just do nothing but disrespect me anyway. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking at my kid. I don't care if she does whatever the fuck she wants, but my kid has school. So quit fucking telling my kid to fucking skip school, you stupid bitch. And literally, dude, fucking, they planned the whole thing. My daughter, they fucking had her get a ride from another family member. They came and picked her up and hid her in a fucking car. And she packed her shit and went down to my mom's house anyway. And my sister, my mom, and everybody down there. I'm the only one that's not. And they literally say stupid shit like fucking how I am gonna, it's too bad that you're not fucking a good this and that. Literally, dude, I don't give 2 fucks about a bitch who would ever encourage a child to disrespect a parent ever. That is not ever any fucking way you ever deal with shit. It's obvious here that you also don't fucking matter. Like, both of those bitches literally call the police on me for every boyfriend. Every boyfriend. And then my sister fucks them. So my mom's even taking them to the bars and shit. That's not even fucking normal. So some of you guys, honestly, are dealing with being truthful about shit. And every time you try to calm down, they do another fucking thing. Just like this. And then they want to say, oh, you're angry. Oh, you're the, no, I'm nothing but fucking on top of what the fuck you're always up to. And this time I just actually just, well, I obviously went to my daughter's room and was gonna say something to her. I didn't think she was gone. Oh yeah, she was fucking gone. The window's open. I look, oh sure shit, dude. I call, I said, they're literally driving. I know that they have my fucking kid in the car, and they're like, hello? What? What's going on? Play stupid shit. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that shit? Literally, I could have fucking filed kidnapping charges. And that's the truth. And that's always been the truth. It's always been the truth. And that's the point of your enemies here that I want to make tonight. They ain't shit, but a fucking idiot. Do you think that because they get away with scandalous ass bitch, cheap ass bullshit shit, that they fucking win? Nobody does that. Nobody would hurt anybody for fun, and they definitely do that. And the only thing that I ever wanted for them was the best. I've done nothing but give, give, give. They consider it to me, say stuff like, "You think you're fucking better than everybody? Why would that? I would get away from me. I don't need somebody negative in my life taking what the fuck positive shit I do and turning it into fucking, I think I'm better than somebody. That's obviously you think I am because it's coming out of your fucking mouth. I never thought it one fucking time. So you're saying that you think I'm better than you and that bothers you. That's weird too. You're a fucking family member of mine, or you're a mother. You know, if you have a parent, honestly, that's a sick ass bitch, dude. Fucking, so do I. And you know what? This channel's also for that shit. They can act right too. They're gonna fucking act right. They're gonna fucking apologize for everything they ever did. This isn't about suffering. We're not gonna make nobody suffer. We're not gonna suffer anymore. So every time they want to do something stupid, you know, just know that if you don't handle it the right fucking way, the real way, they will for one handle you the wrong way. And everyone who does this kind of shit that's scandalous, if they report you and you just like to think that you're not gonna get involved or you're gonna stay out of it, that doesn't work in court. They're gonna say, oh, well, that seems weird that if it was such a problem for you, why the fuck wouldn't you have turned it in? Because I'm not a cop calling snitch ass bitch and I have a fucking brain. Like, don't fucking call the police on people that are using drugs that fucking your parents are the fucking distributors of. But some people don't have a brain. They don't fucking think that fucking if you tell a child to jump out the window that that's actually kidnapping just because fucking what? You don't do it? Because you don't want to watch somebody fucking walk down the prison fucking aisle? That's about it. I'll tell you what, I'm sure that many of you guys, if you don't know this, I feel like a lot of you guys that already know this, you already know you're a badass. And you'll roll with me fucking purge like fucking do whatever fuck we're gonna do. But nobody's fucking ever gotten away with shit, that's for sure. No one. No one. No one. No one. It's not a fucking thing. I've never fucking forgotten. And I don't hold grudges either. I didn't even know that I'd still come for your ass. I've just noticed I still do. So it's one of those fucking, it really is. Sometimes lately I've been thinking, I feel like I got the energy of karma. Because I love people so fucking much. I've never stopped loving anyone. But this year, I'm loving you and fucking putting my foot down to it. So that's cool that we've been doing all these channels. There's nothing we haven't missed. We've talked about everything. From the fucking drug use, to CPS, to DOC, to toxic relationships. We've blogged 24/7, dude. For many reasons, it's a passion of mine. I'm tired of people telling my story in a bullshit way. And now it's a fucking alibi. And I can prove. And if obviously YouTube and Facebook and all these fucking professional accounts where all these people are still have yet decided that with me blogging as cuckoo as I am, then nothing that they fucking say matters. Because they're the only ones who threaten. You're the only one who has ever listened from these types of people that maybe you fucking need to do something different. Maybe you weren't fucking good enough. Maybe fucking you had fucking the right to fucking be treated like shit. No, you don't. Because I'm actually a fucking licensed professional now in these fields, and you know exactly what the fuck would happen to any of these bitches that if they ever fucking talked to the way that they usually do. For one, they would have been CPS involved themselves. They would have never fucking had you. They would have definitely never fucking ever fucking had any right, and they don't have right, to tell you what to do. Those women are emotionally fucking unstable, as well as those men in general. And it's not your fucking problem to sit there and listen, especially to somebody trying to tell you shit when they fucking can't even say it in a calm, rational way, when they make no fucking they don't make any effort to listen to you, to care about you. It's been obvious that for years they've cared nothing about you. They never ask how you're doing, what do you want, what can I do for you, thank you so much. That you've noticed so many times they deliberately fucking actually treat you like a bitch and fucking talk shit about you, and you've continued to try every strategy possible that you could think of. And you've done a great job. You are done. You're done because you have tried all the options, and you're smart, and you're caring, you're loving, you're long lasting, you're everything that they fucking wanted you to be. These people are weird because they fucking literally sit there and they have no work ethic. They're not gonna do the job by themselves. That's what being an extension of somebody means, is that they literally fucking use you. I call it puppeting around. I already noticed that years ago. When I started to, I already hated it. I knew when I was like fucking 2 that the shit my mom was saying was fucking ridiculous. I never believed a damn thing. My whole childhood, I never believed it. I remember my very first memory I have to my fucking brain is her yelling in the fucking living room, and I'm looking up at her, and her nostrils are flaring, and this is what I feel like I've always looked like. And I'm Ron sitting there right there with my dad. And you see my face is questioning everything, dude. What the fuck? Look at my rest of my family's all smiling and shit. And I look straight. I remember that face. I remember being that age. I remember her nostrils flaring all the fucking time. That's the only thing that I remember out of everything she ever said. I don't remember. The only thing I ever remember that she ever said, a few things. Little girl. She'd always fucking say a few of the same things over and over. So you really need to watch what the fuck you say, bro, because it's not your information, it's your delivery. You know, out of a lifetime of memories, when you say something that's so forceful and so powerful and so mean, which is intentional for these people, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. So in the end, not only are they going to get really bad karma for what the fuck they do, but fucking you don't end up submitting to them. The reason why they had us for as long as they ever did is because we loved that much, that long, that real. And now that you realize that there is no fucking helping these people, that is the last thing that mattered. It wasn't that they didn't leave you behind. They're not fucking, they have nothing and never had shit to do with doing anything but building you up into a fucking straight royalty. That's what you have to do to be the emperor and the empress, is go through the dark night of the soul and come back out and be humbled and be kind and understanding and empathetic and want to help the people. Otherwise, you're a fucking sword in reverse. You're somebody who went through the experience, you're still alive, but you're dry drunk, you're fucking somebody in sobriety, and you are always rigid, and you're afraid to have fun, and you're always monitoring everybody and telling everybody how to live their life because of what doesn't fucking work for you. And it's just like, it's such a narrow way to live. These people really just, they go off of their own fears. They put it on everybody else. And we've all realized that the truthful thing at the end of the day is no shit, dude. They are fucking lazy. That's why the fuck they didn't do shit. It's literally boils down to fucking straight pure laziness, bro. Like, and it does. And you'll know that you're dealing with this shit because they have no lives. They have no job. They don't fucking, they typically will hoard problems. They hoard animals. They hoard anything that has no control over itself. And once you get to the point where you set yourself free from these people, that's all they do, is actually ruin you. They'll never be happy for anything that you've ever done. That's because you're not doing it for them anymore. So that's just really the science behind it. And it is necessary that they are held accountable for their behavior. Because people like me, I'm a Cancer. And this would not be something that Pisces would do. This is not something Scorpio would do. In fact, how many people do you really know that are going to fucking full on stand the fuck up to somebody like and say the shit I say? It's a rare trait, so don't feel like you need to have it. I don't want you to do all this. I put myself in danger every day pretty much. Sometimes I'm going for Biden. I go for Oprah. I mean, I don't even care who you are. If you piss me off, I like start announcing it. I literally am always like, I don't even know. I'm going for the traffic. Who even knows? I'm going for the traffickers. I've asked to speak to Putin. You know, some of you just have that brave shit. And you actually were born a soldier. You were born somebody that's like, you know, I don't care. I'll die for my family. I'm not afraid to die. In the moment that you were going to die, what are your fears about dying, by the way? Are you afraid to die? Or are you afraid that you may not teach people or love them enough before you die? Those are two things you're really going to want to look at. It'll be a good way to determine if where you're at with like status. Make sure that you're not somebody who keeps saying that you want to be in charge, the boss, and then be somebody that's like afraid to lead the forefront of the war. If you're not somebody who can be a soldier, if you're somebody who would run normally and be fearful at a gunshot or anything like dangerous, or you're somebody who's like, no, get over here, stay the fuck out of there, that guy's acting crazy. You know, if you're somebody who wouldn't walk downtown at the night because you have caution, you're not in a position to take on responsibility of that sort, and you're not expected to. All the positions actually matter. The people that are the computer techs, we need you, you know, doing your thing. You need to be able to read personality types through, or you need to know who people are messaging. You know, if I had my way, I'd have people that were working as a team to just kind of monitor everything. If I did a website, I'd be doing the same thing and have a group of people that monitor scandalism. I would train you guys in personalities, mental health, all types of everything about the brain. I would have you master in the brain and personality and everything, because that's the easiest way to read what people are coming from. And then you have to go in and research the male gender, the female gender. I mean, it's so much, you guys. I've been actually studying all this for over 20 years. It's been my passion since I was a little girl. I used to take all the 5-gallon buckets around and ask everybody what they wanted to do when they grew up. I always asked everybody, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you think? What do you see yourself going when you grow up? I've always loved being a life skills coach, and now I do it for a living. But when you go to college, they have you learn things that you wouldn't expect. And because you're a life skills coach or a teacher, they have you learn psychology, and they have you learn about the human body and brain from inside out, all the way from like literal mental health diagnosis to depression to fucking addictions to parasites, the way they even bite you and look, to body language, you know. And so it was a really cool experience. I ended up loving it very much, and that's what I ended up studying. But it was a great thing for me to learn, because you want answers from so many people so many times, and it's like everyone actually is like speaking information that's kind of their own opinion, or for whatever reason they're doing it. And if you get upset about things happening to you, you will end up not being able to be crowned right off top, because you don't have a clear mind. It's gonna happen. Like, whenever you have enemies, it's a fact that a lot of times those enemies begin the problem that they are watching you suffer. They're keeping you where you are emotionally, physically, and mentally. And a lot of times we go and vent to the person who is the one going against us. So the rule of the enemy is just like, they're pretty much right there all the time. They know when you're down. So your advice might be that you need to try not to tell people what you're going through, and see how many problems decrease. Some of you guys' problems are just because you're actually expressing what you have going on in your life, and the enemy is right there listening to it, and they're actually going with whatever you're saying and ruining whatever they can with everything. And so you end up with all these problems, and you might feel like everything is actually against you right now, but I feel like it's whoever you're telling is going on. So just play around a little bit. You need to find the common denominator in all problems, always. It's never about you losing anything. If you want to truly be a leader, you need to understand how the fuck you got fucked over. I've always thought like that. I've always had one of those mentalities like, oh, hell no. But some people have that fucking straight crybaby shit. And I mean, I'm sorry that things happen to you, but you have to be an OG boss fucking gangster, or fucking literally you're just going to be a bitch who gets fucked over. That's just the way that it goes. Nobody's exempt from being fucked over. People are hungry right now. They're homeless. We're all broke. The bills are triple than what the fuck we're making at work. There's no way for people not to honestly get to a point of need. Whether you need sex, Whether you need money, whether you need somewhere to stay, you need a fucking ride, we're all in need right now. And more than ever. There's literally a zombie apocalypse practically going on downtown, all over the place, everywhere. All of our mayors and all the people that are in charge are pussies. They proved that during COVID. Not a single one of them has the balls to do shit to protect you. I hope you know that. They don't care about you. No one cares about any of you with respect to the word of it being said. Except for whoever the fuck has told you they care about you. If they've said they fucking care about you, I'd stick with that person. Because right now we're in a world where honestly no one really fucking gives a damn fucking care about each other. You really do need a buddy system. It's the only way. And almost every person that we're trusting is a fucking piece of shit. That's a fact. And so we are still not done. We are in the 4D still. The 5D is available for some people, but I don't feel like we win. I feel like we live in a movie right now where we are actually in a you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have a huge offer coming your way. You have true love too. You need to wake up. You got to let this go. You are bright energy in the reverse. You need to understand that for you, hell has been the world you've been living in. And these demons that have been there, they got to fight their own shit. You have nothing to do with fucking waiting for any of these people to come with you. You don't commit the same fucking crimes. They've treated you like shit. And God is fucking judging you. Do you think God's gonna fucking straight elevate us if he knows we accept a piece of shit that abuses us into our fucking life because we love them? Okay, go to fucking DV counseling. God don't fucking care. Is that what the fuck we're gonna do when we're in charge of groups of people? Are we gonna be over there crying like a bitch and fucking somebody just over here robbing the fucking empire? Everybody knows when the king is crying and nobody respects that shit. Nobody respects a fucking leader who's having a bad day at work, and everybody judges it, and you're lucky if you don't get reported. Everyone knows, and they're quick to fucking hold leaders accountable. They're the first person that people report, and it's a job that gets paid more for the reason of if you have the intelligence and you step it up to the plate, you are fucking expected. Do you have to be an emperor if you are an emperor? No. Do you have to be an Aries to be an emperor? No. I know plenty of Aries that actually need some work. Lots of work, because unfortunately you may realize that you can channel into all energies just like I'm doing. I'm the Chariot and the Queen of Cups. I am, what's the other one? Yeah. My birthday falls on pure water signs. You guys do need to know that shit. You need to know what are your weaknesses. Your weaknesses are going to be like, do you get angry? Do you lie? Do you get horny fast for other people? And if you guys want to have sex with lots of people, you can, but you can't lie about it. If you lie and you pass diseases around, you're going to get in more trouble. We're not supposed to have sex with more than one person because people catch feelings. And I think the lightest way to think about it would be, even if you were both very mature and you were like, I'm going to college over here, and you're like, me too, but I'm so horny tonight, do you want to do it? She's like, I do. And we're cool like that, we're not going to be together. You have this like really awesome, mature conversation. Everything works out great, but that's the problem. What if it's the best sex you ever fucking had in your life? And now everyone you've ever dated since that one night stand you looked for in sex. That's even a weakness right there where it can go really well in a positive way. I'm somebody who likes to always be thinking about why God put those rules in place. I'm not religious, but I do like the 10 Commandments because they're pretty basic. It just gives you a lot of different reasons why you will suffer a lot of consequences, for doing one little mistake. It is best to just be authentic and be yourself. But yeah, I think that the easiest way to look at it would be that even if you didn't catch feelings, it could still be really good sex. And people think about that shit. If you're somebody that doesn't want to follow somebody's rule systems, you're being asked not to anymore. That person's darkening you or their dark energy, and I want to look at that though, because it's followed by a lot of good shit. So I feel like with that being the start of it, your bright energy in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles, true love and judgment coming, it's actually going to be in a state where you channel into a dark energy. It doesn't say to change that over. It says that you might have had a Page of Cups offer you a bullshit thing. found out this person was using, we have the hair follicle test. We could have, let's see what that means. Just trick you a little bit. Yeah, open-minded in the reverse. Passed over loved one is saying they love you. Yeah, they lied. They were homeless. They were probably partying. They were into some kind of substance or some kind of addiction of some sort. They were not right. And you were here to teach this person a lesson. For some of them, they actually did something that was completely unacceptable. You could have called the cops on them. Judgment. You could have actually turned them in. It could have been when you channeled into your dark energy that fucking you became your emperor self. You decided in that moment when you would keep people safe or not, and you showed yourself that you were not a bad person and that you've never accepted anything in your life that you didn't want. It'll show you that when times call for you to be an emperor, you can be. And when you, any other time you say, you'll realize, I'm realizing now that you feel like you've been a perfectly fine person all along. Maybe the challenge for you was actually getting to this big one right here. If need be, would you call judgment on people that you love to protect your people? And it does look like you do. So that's cool. It was never what you weren't doing right. It was that you still needed to do. So some of you guys actually need to lay the sword down. We already knew that you needed to stand up for that person. But it looks like it might be a new event. It doesn't look like you're not going to have to go back, and I don't really see here that you have to go back in time and sort through anything. It looks like you did fine in time. Maybe we're building the empathetic part of you, the sweet, kind, beautiful, true foundation of your true self. Yeah, you're getting a huge offer. You're getting love too. You're going to get a counterpart. You guys could get married, but I do see the angels here just really celebrating you. And some of you guys could also get a new boat this year. You might come also into the States or go into a different country. You might get a passport of some sort because I see routes and border, and then a boat here. 2 boats actually. Hi. Are you so pretty? Wow. Toys take it back. So cute. Ah.
You'll need to allow microphone for calls.
So how do I do that, you fucking dumb bitch? I don't know how to do any of this shit. There's so much. I don't even know. This is like all different section. This is not my shit. You're gonna know, dude. I've never really like had to deal with this shit. I'm not into all this shit, but basically right now there's somebody in my fucking shit, dude. It's annoying me, and will start to get good at not fucking signing into your stuff because it will send you little different alerts off the top that look different. Like if it's a Google spot and they're getting hacked, it will say, it kind of gives itself away because it'll say, oh yeah, across the top it'll say, Google is got a new look. That's why it looks different today. And so it actually gives itself away. And you're like, wait, what? Google doesn't ever do that when it gets a new look. Google just, the only thing that Google ever changes with its new look is it will change the G sign on the fucking search bar. That's about it. It'll like change colors and get prettier or something. This in particular is clearly fucking some access point thing. They're in my shit here, so I'm just gonna actually get out of that for a second because see right here, security warning, all that. Obviously, I don't fucking have access. So I noticed they were signed into one email earlier. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. See some, I saw that too. It says from 2007 to 2016. There's a section over here that's what actually is pulled up right now. It's not even on 2023, so I don't know what any of this means exactly, but this one right here says that same thing. It says that use a password to restrict access to your database files that use the 2007 Microsoft Access file format or are later encrypted. But I don't know how I feel about this whole site in general to fucking activate shit. Yeah, I don't trust it. I don't want to do none of that. I want to delete it. I want my whole shit. I just don't want this. This is, yeah, you got to be careful not to trust. So let's see. Sign out. I don't know. It just seems like. But look, all that, dude. That's just fucking one dumb area today. It's annoying. Default. That's what my browser is right now. No. See the new right here, my default. Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm like, my eyes are gonna burn. I'm annoyed with it. Every day it's been like this. I'm pretty sure it's like either my family or some stupid ass idiot fucking ex or something. Who even knows? It's so annoying. Select a default app for Miss Microsoft Access links. I don't want that. I just don't fuck. I want it gone. Na, 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 na. Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna have to go to the store. Can't sit here and look at this shit. It's annoying. Just know the people are fucking dumbass. They're idiots. See that stupid shit? I want to. remove, open file location. I'm not into this shit. How about we don't put it on fucking OneDrive? Why don't you fucking put it on no drive? Fucking drive over your fucking dumbass shit with my truck. I'll let you sleep with me if you come over here and you're good with computers. I'll work for you guys to do this kind of shit so that I don't have to. Okay, maybe we're on to something. The Lord's like, no, I got it. You're fine, bitch. I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna need to fucking everything up. All the 25th. Yeah, that seems about right for the fucking idiot that did it. That was about the right time. See, what is all this shit? Microsoft shared. Fucking delete them all. See, and it says I'm not the fucking administrator. I am. I just fucking bought this stupid laptop. That's how I know it's stupid. Fucking has to be dumb drive. I'm just gonna have to obviously. Oh, I wonder if he fucking probably turned this in and said that I stole it too. Fucking idiot bitch. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Punch in the nose. I am the person. I'm gonna punch it. Oh, la da 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 da. La da 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 da. That's what you're like, oh, fuck yourself. Fucking literally, it's so annoying. I literally just got a brand. Like, I just buy all the shit, and it's you're a bitch. You're a fucking ugly dumbass bitch. Must be really boring being you. You got nothing. You say, bitch, you're dumb and ugly. But no matter what they do, they will always lose. Because all you're gonna get from me is my motherfucking delicious Pineapple Express motherfucking face. All up in my shit. That's what you're gonna have to watch for me. If you fuck straight do shit on my motherfucking phone, I'm gonna think of all the ways that I can make, like, well, if whenever somebody's like, oh yeah, you know, da 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 da, if it's the police, I always think, I'll just twerk. How could you not just get the police. You know, if the police are ever hacking you and you're a sexy girl, start masturbating in front of your phone all the time, how could they actually not get distracted? I imagine a female chief of police walking in, and you know, if they were watching over it and you're just sitting there like distracting them, how could they not end up just getting off track there, dude? If you even knew how a dude thought, you know that dudes are like sharks, and they fucking, if they see a pussy and they like it, they fucking actually look over at it real quick. You know, there's nothing they can do about it. So if you're actually fucking smart, you will know how to work things. Also, most of the girls that are stalkers, obviously, because who watches another girl do my shit, weirdo. So you're either a family member. So no matter what, if you're on my phone stalking my shit, you're either an ex-boyfriend or you're a family member. But no matter what, all you're getting is a lot of fucking straight, sexy ass shit. So there's really nothing that makes sense about you watching it, except for you're a weirdo. Because I literally blog everything all day. I barely am not blogging. I fall asleep and that's it. Sometimes I even sleep blogging. So it doesn't really make sense why anybody would need to hack except for that you're a fucking straight full-blown weirdo. And we'll deal with you when I have time. I tried to deal with you. I know it's more annoying because my eyes burn. It's not even like you're like, oh, you matter. Nobody cares about you, bitch. Not even yourself. That's why the fuck you literally have no life. Who the fuck hacks somebody that blogs 24/7? You're pretty fucking boring. If you watch me on my shit, you hack into my computer, change the settings. It's it's a lot. So why does it say that I am the administrator here, but not over there? It must be different. So I need to just literally get rid of that whole file. Mm-mm. fucking idiots or morons. You're gonna get smarter though. That's the only thing that'll happen. They'll be making us fucking geniuses in a second. So let's see here. Microsoft Edge over here, fucking using a lot of shit. I see the maximum. I see. So enter limit. Yeah, it's using all my shit. What the fuck? This is annoying. I didn't tell him anything. Reset. Bam. It's just the stats. Don't be stupid and reset, because then you're not going to have any fucking idea. Well, not that it even matters. I take so many screenshots anyway. It fucking doesn't even matter. They keep doing it. If they're doing this, they just keep doing it. Fucking weird ass bitch. Idiot. Well, maybe we did something. Hopefully, that'd be good. It says cancel downloads. These were all fucked. There was some fucking device home fucking setting. There's all these fucking ones over here. And now I get at least, it's saying that at least 6 of them would like to be updated. The games bar, never believe that. You don't play games. Cancel downloads, that's gone. App installer from Microsoft, gone. Microsoft Store, gone. Phone link, I bet you do. Would like to have a link to my phone, I bet you do. Windows web experience, all these, they're all fucking weird bitches, dude. Fucking facts. Fucking weirdos. Modified on 226, huh? Handwriting. I bet, because I fucking have a handwriting app that I fucking use on my computer. I know how to fucking write. I know how to fucking stab you with a pen too. Fucking bitch. Fucking idiot. Yeah, you just need to end cord relationships. Anybody that's doing shit to you, they're the same person that's doing it. There's a death to this person. There's a death to your old self in general. You're not somebody who finds joy or any interest in this kind of shit at all. You're just like, what a moron. This is really tiring on you. Like it's like annoying more. Like you're just like, man, you're making my eyes red type shit. You're not even tripping about this. You're just like, there's no reason why people would be doing that to most people just because you're pretty open and honest. That's what I'm saying. You'll just start to notice that you can do whatever you want to anybody, and they will always select the same. They just keep getting worse, is what you'll notice. Actually, they're crazy. They're fucking weird. Ask before translating. I don't need a translator. I am extremely English, so thank you. So let's just do English. Period. That's it. Thanks. Fucking moron. Thanks. Yeah, you're protected. It's not gonna matter. There's nothing that you need to worry about. That's the only way they can deal with these people. It's just know that they're obviously weirdos, and just do know that if you did want to actually deal with it, which you could do, um, you can actually, if anybody's ever hacking you, take it down to the police department, and they can look at it and actually figure it out really quick, and they will get charged for it. That's what I think I'm going to do this week, just because I've been really just like trying to do my job, and I could care fucking less if you're that fucking lame that you want to do stuff like that, but it has really affected me from being able to do my job, and that's what I'm irritated about. I obviously didn't even stop this fucking blog to fucking look at these morons as shit, so fucking that blog could have ended fucking an hour ago already. So it's like, if they really feel like how much did they already miss? You know, people like this are stupid because they fucking think that they gotta fucking look to see what you're doing. Even though you tell them what the fuck you do every fucking day. And these are just idiots. Simply idiots, you know? These are the type of people that sit there and waste all their time looking into your shit, and they didn't even watch or listen to anything that you said. And so you're like, they are the type that always is just guessing, taking wild guesses about what you do, who you with, what you think about, how you really feel. They're always that one, and that's fine. Do your thing, fucking Charlie Wonka. Nobody fucking cares. Literally, dude, you're amazing, and the way that we just need to deal with everything is not even deal with it anymore. We need to have other people that take care of what we don't want to do, and that's why it's good that we're all different, and that we're not all the same, because I am not the one who wants to fucking sit on the fucking computer and do this shit. But you might be amazing at it for whoever you are. So it's just to each their own, and that's what you'll realize is that actually it's wonderful to have all those different types of people. And we never appreciate that for a long time. That's one thing that people that are very narrow-minded don't teach their people, and that's something that they struggle from and don't do. Is seeing the beauty in everybody's differences and appreciating that, and just knowing that that's the reason right there for that shit. Because if you don't like the differences between everybody, then that means that you're gonna do all the jobs yourself. That's what I've learned as a leader. And I don't want to fucking sit there at the computer and fucking deal with all that shit, do you? Maybe you do. Great, perfect, you're fucking hired. So you'll find that there's just a perfect job for everybody, and that it's actually great at the end of the day for people to be different. And you'll also find that it's really odd how the people who you're going to find out at the end of the day are doing this kind of stuff right here are going to be the people that you thought were some of the most trustworthy people. For one, they're not. They're clearly the least, and you're going to be surprised to know who the fuck it was. And it's creepier too, because it's just like, who the fuck, because you're like, why would you be in my phone? And you're like, you'll be thinking in your head, like, that's weird, because you'll know what you were always doing. And so you're like, that's super kind of weird that you were looking at my phone. You're like, because it's going to make you think, like, about what you do on a regular basis. And so obviously that's just weird in general. And if you're not doing anything to this point already, like, and they're just stalking you, that's weird. That's like harassment. So this year I feel like the message is to all of us that if you're dealing with some stupid ass bitch, fucking make them fucking learn their lesson. They are really honestly annoying. They're doing things that are completely unacceptable and illegal. They're the first one to fucking sit there and turn us in. But then they're creepy ass fucking weirdos who stalk our shit instead of tell us anything to our face. Just talk shit about us every day behind our back. Nobody cares. So, So we're gonna go grab a couple things from the store. You little dirty whore. Make sure that you guys pay your bills that you need to pay. Even if you only have a little bit of money, make sure that you spread it out like your legs did. You know what I'm saying? And do a little bit if you can each time. It will go a lot farther than you think. Because when you go to pay it, if you are short money and you didn't pay anything, you're gonna have that whole month's worth of bill and maybe even two. If you're worried about your water, your power, I believe they start to go 60 days, and then when you hit your 90 days, that's when they give you your shutoffs and stuff. So just try to get you can go like 1 month behind if you need to, maybe two max, but try not to if you can, because it's really hard to get out of it. But I'm only telling you guys this just in case you're behind and you're freaking out. If they ever tell you, like send you a letter and say, you better pay this is your past due, you need to just go, they separate it into monthly bills. So it'll say once it's 90 days over, they can give you a shut-off notice by law. So if they try to tell you, you need to pay it in full, it can be the case sometimes, but not often. But if you can keep it below that 90-day period, you have a lot more advantage. If it goes over the 90-day period, you're fucked by law. It's not that anybody's like when they tell you no, they can't do it, that there's a date that falls into place. It's very, very, very serious for you guys. It can literally be one day that's a make or break difference. And it'll really fucking, you'll regret it. Same with like if you get any leaks and everything. One little leak can actually cause it to spread and mold throughout a whole wall. So some of you guys might have a leak somewhere in your house that you know about. You need to go to the store. I'm actually going to go there right now. But I have a shit ton of stuff. I just like keep random shit in here, but you need some water stuff, sealant. Yeah, you guys might need to get familiar with the Home Depot. I love the Home Depot. I'm probably maybe gonna go there right now. But it's really fun to just get like little things and try it out. You might really enjoy it. You might find that you're just a natural fucking electrician, or you're really good at fixing cars. And I love fixing cars actually, and I hated it when I was with Zeke, and he's a mechanic. So I really love doing a lot of plumbing. That's fine. It's kind of disgusting, but it's pretty fun. Yep, and my kid, since she's with her phenomenal aunt Tasha right now, who's obviously a star parent, she's got the school calling me saying she didn't go to school again. So glad that everybody that wanted to say how my kid should be able to do whatever the fuck they want, and how whatever stupid ideas they fucking had to give me as a fucking moron, fucking dumb bitch. Literally, looks like you guys are doing great over there while she's not at school again today. And then that'll all be my fault too. Yeah, nobody cares. Let bitches fucking be stupid, because you know what? They will get that shit back. And is it gonna be from you? Fuck no. You're not a little bitch like that. You don't sit there and fucking go and tell ever, if anybody's kid ever disrespected their parent, you're a fucking good citizen, human being. You would literally fucking not tell that kid to disrespect their parent. Do you know why? Because you would know that that is unhealthy as fuck for a kid. But we all know that some people honestly live shitty lives and they didn't do anything with their fucking life. And the truth is that people don't care about many people. They actually do what they do, not because they're there for you, not because they're your friend, but actually the complete opposite. Because there's so many people that would rather watch everybody else do nothing with their fucking life because they didn't do shit with their life. And that's really what's going on. If you pay very close attention to the people that hold you back, they have no fucking life. They have nothing to look up to. They have words, and they have no action, and they have no result. And so only a fucking idiot would follow the rules or the lead of somebody who proves no results in their life. So that's a choice that everybody can make. But it is important that people do at least acknowledge that shit. Wake the fuck up and see who the fuck are you following. Are you following the path of somebody who has no fucking success by chance? It's not about being better than anyone. It's about somebody deciding why the fuck they're a leader. What the fuck makes you a leader? What makes you following these people? Fear? Uh, Manipulation? Like, why are you following this person? Like, just like, I don't think a lot of us think about that. You just like do it, and then you realize, wait a minute, why am I? Actually, this person doesn't treat you so good. You know, you may not even realize there's other ways that you can be treated out there. And you need to also just know that, like, honestly, anybody that treats you like shit, they're not making a fucking mistake. That's not a fucking accident. They'll say sorry and then they'll change or they won't. It's one of the two. But when somebody's actually going through something and they're actually making a mistake and then somebody else turns around and wants revenge on them, so that's what a lot of people do. I feel like that's totally different. I feel like people that make anger, like the point of that person making that mistake to the person who taught them the lesson was that that person teaches them the lesson. And the problem with a lot of the good people, the B teamers, it's like after you get done teaching the A teamers the lesson, it's like you almost want revenge for fucking having to go through it. And so that seems to be coming up a lot. It's literally a card that is coming out for these people. It is now your turn to suffer. Don't bother fucking helping people if you think they owe you shit when you're done. Okay? I don't want it. I don't want fucking help from somebody that sits there in my energy and then thinks that they fucking have an attachment to me to the point where they'd have a stalk or anything. Just don't fucking even try it. That's just straight weird shit. There's never a reason in the world why anybody needs to do shit to another person. And if you really believe that, you're literally living karma every day of your life. God doesn't need you down here with your fucking narrow mind fucking telling people what the fuck to do when you don't do anything. You're literally acting in as a god, a negative one too. If you're not having results, if you're not educated, and you're not, like every person that's having no results couldn't and wouldn't say anything that they do about any of us in front of a professional. They don't talk to us the same way. They talk to us very different and treat us very different than they would in front of God or a professional, and that is what only we need to know. Would they speak to us like this in front of God or a professional? Fuck no. They turn fake. They treat us like a bitch. They stalk us. They would never tell anybody how they stalk us every fucking day and hack our shit and fucking act like weird ass motherfuckers. And, you know, everything that they say, they don't mention that freaking we haven't even lived in town around these people for years, 15 even. And that they come up with wild shit out of their butthole and they fucking speak of it with their butt face and they fucking come up with a fart story with their fart mouth. And everybody around them is so lame, they actually believe it. And even though there's a large group of people that all believe a moron, I just want to make it very clear that all of those people follow 3D fucking info to a person who literally has zero success and speaks illy of other people. There's so many easy fucking, you don't even have to be involved in that shit to fucking see how fucking weird it is. So, you're amazing, by the way. You know, everybody say, oh, I can't find love, and I'm so sad. Well, I understand. I don't have any friends, and I don't have a lover myself. I don't fuck anybody. So, it's not just you. It's all of us, and it's a good thing. You're not doing anything wrong. There's not a lot of good choices. They suck. That's why you gotta stay focused during instruction. We're not quite where we want to be. We're getting closer. But we still have this shit going on. Is this shit that you want to bitch about to your fucking partner? I don't. When I am in a relationship with somebody, I would like actually to just have a nice fucking night with them. And I would never want to fucking log into my laptop and start bitching about somebody hacking me. That would probably, it's not what I want. And it sucks because, you know what, at least you were at a place where, you know, you're like, you know what, I'm mature enough actually to know that. I am proud of that. I'm proud that I fucking would think about my man in the middle of this shit and think, how would that make him feel to ever fucking hear one more time of us bitching about our stupid family or anybody pissing us off? That's not what he wants to hear or she wants to hear. That's not what we need to deal with, even if they're nice. That's not what love is about. Love is about hanging out with each other. Love is about enjoying each other. and I enjoy everybody. I don't have a problem with anybody and what they do, and so it just is very weird to me that people would honestly be that weird. There's no reason to hack my account. Like, they're not taking any money. They're literally just clearly probably taking my photos and what I don't even know what they're doing because I don't even actually, I'm not even using the camera to make photos. I do it all live. So the only thing they could really honestly do, because I know that OnlyFans intercepts and fucking looks at anything, and they'll tell me too. They'll say OnlyFans wants permission to see what's being saved down the clipboard. The clipboard? The fuck's the clipboard? The fuck? Like, OnlyFans always alerts me whenever somebody's in the middle of that shit. I'm not getting better at learning the stupid shit, but I don't want to. I don't want to do any of this. I don't want to learn any of this. I don't want to learn any more fucking dumb shit about people. I just want everybody to just learn that honestly, it doesn't matter if you're clever and you do any of the shit. It don't. Like, God will definitely fucking deal with you. There's no doubt about it. You're a weirdo. You're clearly somebody who wants to fucking look at vaginas and shit like a fucking creep. I post it for public use. So that's just like, there's a lot of psychological shit to me that goes on here. I have zero fear whatsoever. There's not a secret I keep. I'm not sure if what the fuck they would even do it for. And that's the thing. It's like, all I need to do, I'm going to obviously go down to the fucking, I'm going to have to do this anyway because I have a couple people that are dumbass bitch. And literally, I'm just going to figure out who you are. And it's going to track you right back. It's that quick. I just would rather not have to go and do any of that. It's weird. But you know what, honestly? I guess if there was ever a time in my life that I would be totally fine with going to the police department and handing them my fucking device, why not now? So it doesn't really work out for anybody in the end if you actually handle it properly. These people, the only thing they do to you is just annoy you and stress you out, but that's where you're just going to be like, you take your power back and you literally just handle it. Somebody out there does know what's going on, so even if you have to call a 1-800 number and figure it out, you will. And what they will do is it's just like imagining them honestly spending that much time doing something like that. Because every morning when I wake up, dude, well, you've already seen how much time I've spent. It is fucking unbelievable. It's weird. I don't understand why there would be a translating app on it. It makes me really think, why is there translation being downloaded? Because all my suspects have been English, so they don't need a translator. So no, I'm a little bit confused. And the translator app has been very consistent. There's no way. And so it's like, is this literally some random person? I don't even know. It's annoying. It's just like, you guys, no matter what it is, well, at least we don't have some problems. I actually need to.
You'll need to allow microphone for calls.
weird. So something to do with Instagram connecting to your Facebook. Like, that's a big thing too. Whenever they hack your shit, dude, I'm always feeling like there's something to do with Instagram. I don't use much of anything. I'm kind of a dork. I don't really know a lot about this shit. But I'm not saying that I need to create a business page to do my microphone. And I did delete some meta app shit, but such a weird shit. I feel like you don't go through any of the shit while you're fucking learning how to do it. You only see that you're supposed to recreate it after. That seems weird. I don't feel like Facebook or anybody, because they'll do some weird shit. There's some weird shit that'll happen when people are trying to hack your shit. You'll get emails saying, oh, you know, you're getting in trouble for maybe copyright, you know, whatever the fuck. And it'll say your account's been froze or whatever. Prove yourself, you know, prove your identity. And it'll actually say, I got some shit saying I was supposed to go down and literally, oh, I am supposed to do this. They're actually asking me to go down. I might get it. Like, they want me to go down and notarize, like, that I talk about politician shit. And I'm not a politician, but I guess it is politics. The things that I talk about. I don't really want to do all that. Because once you get asked to straight upload your ID when it's something like a matter of that sort, or you get in trouble, typically they're going to log you into this part of the system that says that you've either been warned that you can never fucking do that again, or they will completely ban your fucking account. And they have your ID up there with it because now that you're banned internet-wide. So it's really important to watch your words and learn how to speak, like, better. I've done it all wrong. That's one of the reasons I'm telling you. I didn't fucking know how to speak, you know, because, like, even when I came across the seeking arrangement sites for sugar babies and stuff, and it's, like, all over YouTube, that's how the fuck you even find it in the first place. It's like, to be the best sugar baby, you really need to first make sure that you ask them, what do you do for work? And you're like, just learning and listening, and then you're like, I am a sugar baby. Like, you get a violation. That is completely inappropriate, and you're like, literally you learn it from there. So it's going to be really confusing at first, but yeah, it's all about words. Literally, like, if you want, you'll see people doing the exact stuff, if not worse, but if you say wrong words, you can't do that. Just so you guys know too, if you want to make money off of YouTube, you can't curse. It has to be all kid friendly, but not, you also don't want to put your settings saying that it's okay for kids to watch. Because ads actually limit what they pay you for if that's the case. So you'll hit no, it's not appropriate for kids, but don't cuss yourself. Like, most of mine are cussing, so I lose a lot of money. But if you guys did want to make some extra money, it only takes really just being authentic. That's what people want to see. They just want you to just, like, my highest watched video is me doing a fake pissing. I did how to pee in the forest, and I didn't pull my pants out and pee at all. I just literally just said, well, when you're in the forest, sometimes you don't have a bathroom, so you're going to have to squat and pee. And I crap you not, it's already in between 2 and 3 million. It's crazy. It's just like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're peeing in the forest. Sometimes they're happy. I delete anybody who's not happy, I don't really care. For the most part, everybody's happy. I think I've only had like 5 or 6. Some of them say it's disgusting, some of them say it's illegal, that you can't be outside in the forest. It doesn't really matter. Good thing I wasn't peeing. Like, and some people say, that's fake. I can tell you're faking it. Which part? I've been told the daylight's fake in the back. It's sunshine, sir. It's real. I don't have that much money. Why would I have a fake background and a shitty phone that somebody's hacking into? And I'm single and I fucking pay my own bills. It doesn't make sense, sir. You think I just invest into like the fucking sunshiny fake background? Yeah, right. And he's like, I don't know, people are funny and you're going to find that as you go through your whole process, and you're just going to keep just loving yourself. Don't respond. Don't be negative. If they want to talk shit, then just know that they're kind of the idiots. It's just like these people in my inbox are doing whatever they're doing. It's like, why would you spend that much time to stalk somebody that you claim is so terrible when actually you're the person's biggest fan, more than likely? So I love you, and just know that you guys are amazing and you are on the right track. You're not doing anything wrong. There's literally not a lot to work with here. People are, they're pretty shitty. And that's the truth, and it does suck. It does suck to see it like that. But at least you're smart and you are not somebody who knows what it is, because they all do know. Don't think that people don't. The ones that are truly happy, they really are. But the ones that are going through shit, they're not doing any better than the other one. What's up, girl? It's nice Portland Police Department. I went to jail when I got this hat. Fucking A, dude. From old Jeffy case. He likes to tell stories. He's a bedtime storyteller. Dear diary, today I got socked up all up in the face. Really? No. But I still threw him in jail for it. I felt like I needed to do that because I didn't know what they were going to say. And so I just wanted to make sure, Journal, that I made sure that I was just safe and protected for my own self, my own kind of people. Looks like, luckily for me, Journal, nobody did anything like what I was worried about other people doing. I'm the only person on earth that thinks like that, but now I've at least made other people aware of myself, but I'm still safe. They didn't get charged with it, though, Journal. So when they tried to complain to me about doing it to them, that was what I told them. So they did nothing wrong because they didn't get charged. That's how people think. They will go to that length. And that's okay. Let them. Because God is definitely charging them. And they're single, and they're ugly, and they're lonely. And they're loser. I love you. I'm going to go shopping, and I'm going to go grab a couple things, but you're amazing, and don't let anybody fucking